Hello everyone, Ekabo Tomi. Welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial we're going to make, I don't know what to call it, a pouch, a pencil case, a makeup bag. There's so much use for this thing we're about to make. Yeah, it's easy. So I'm using my son's old curtains. I don't like wasting things. So I always try to find use for it. So I'm using my son's old curtains for this tutorial and I'm measuring 12 by 8 inches. So 12 by 8 inches, and we need two for the main fabric and two for the lining. Right. So and also I'm cutting out 4 by 4 inches, and we need two of those, and that will be for the tabs. You'll see it at the end. I'm just folding that in half to make a crease, and I'm folding two ends in like so, and then fold it up all together, and then I'm just going to sew that across on each end. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, and that looks like that. Iron your fabric. If you have interface, you can add that to your fabric there, but I would not be adding an interface. So at the corners, at the bottom, measure 1.5 by 1.5 to make a little square at the ends of the fabric, and then at the top. Okay, so let me not move too fast. So at the bottom I'm doing 1.5 by 1.5 at the bottom, and then at the top it will be 1.25 by 1.5. Okay, so that's 1.5 and then 1.25 there. Yeah, so the top is a bit different, the measurement is a bit different for compared to the bottom. Okay, so we do the same for our lining, but just place your fabric on there and cut everything together. So in total we have 4. I'm just making marks at the top so I know where the top is and where the bottom is. Okay, place your zip on facing down. Make sure the zipper is facing down, and then place it on your main one of your main fabric, and then place your lining fabric right side facing the right side of the, and just you can see what I'm doing there. Can you see the zipper is facing down? So we sort of sandwiched the zipper. And don't forget to iron your fabric, and then place the second main fabric down. You can see the zipper where you open it is facing down. Okay, so place that on top of your second main fabric, and then we're going to sandwich it in with the lining fabric like so, and just sew that across as well. You can use a zipper foot when you're sewing yours, so it's nice and close. Just iron it down and just top stitch your fabric down so it can stay nice and flat. And we're just going to join our fabrics together, right sides facing each other. When you're joining this, please leave your zipper open, so open it up like this before you join your fabric, or else you won't be able to turn it. So we're going to sew across like that, and then on the lining you're going to sew the sides, but over here leave a gap in the middle, leave about 2-inch gap so you'll be able to turn it. You can see I've sewn everything and I've left a gap for later to turn the fabric. And we're just going to join the bottom to make a box. You know that box, if you're not new to my channel, then you would have seen this method before, where you create a box at the bottom of a bag or at the bottom of, in this case, a pencil case or makeup bag. We don't know what to name it yet. So I'm doing that for both the lining and the main fabric, As you can see, we still have our bottom open there. Not our bottom, the bottom of our bag. And then the tabs, you can see I folded it in half, and then the folded part goes in, and then the raw edges sort of match. This zipper bit is a bit tricky. Just make sure the zip, you can't really see it in the video, but when you join it, just make sure that that's the zip and the zip. Make sure they're right next to each other on top of the tab. I hope that makes sense. I'm so sorry you can't really see it in the video because I used my phone to record this video, so and I didn't use the front camera, I used the back camera, so I really can't see what I'm doing. So I just try to show it as much as possible, but I hope it makes sense when you're doing it. Sometimes when you're watching these videos, it can look a bit tricky until you actually like maybe sew along, then it makes sense when you're doing it. So maybe give it a try first and then see how that goes. Make sure don't put it in that way, put it in the folded goes in, the folded end goes in, and the raw edges meet, and then you sew that across all together with the lining and everything, and you're done really. All you have to do now is turn your pouch to the right side and then stitch off the lining. You could either do a blind stitch or you can just top stitch it, and this is so gorgeous. I actually like the both fabrics together. That's the lining. We're just going to join it. Like I said, you could do invisible stitch if you're selling these. I like to invisible stitch my things to just finish it off. However, for this video I'm just going to top stitch it as this belongs to my daughter. I'll be giving it to my daughter. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Ta-ra!